Hello guys, what's up and welcome to Spicy Updates with Lovely On. I hope you guys are doing okay. Please do not forget to like the video and be subscribed to my YouTube channel. Thank you as always. So you guys, we need to pray for Double K. We need to pray for Kelly Ray because Kelly isn't really feeling too well yet. He revealed to Big Brother in the diary room, okay, that he's having a fever, and that was exactly what affected yesterday's H2H games, and he has blisters all over, so all over his mouth, so you could tell that definitely is either he's having a night fever or he's not feeling too well. So Biggie had asked if he needs medical attention. God, it took Kelly Ray time to answer yes, and I was like, why now, Kelly? You have to go ahead and say this thing now. What are you? Why are you? No, you don't have to think about it twice because you need to be strong to be in the game. You don't have to be sick. So it's better you take drugs immediately and get well, and instead of being sick. Yeah, so but yeah, Big Brother, he went ahead to talk about the pairing, and it really got to him. He said he was feeling it because he was just imagining how it's gonna be. You came in with your partner and someday you see yourself leaving and you're just hugging them and leaving the house. Well, it's really gonna be so emotional, and he wishes and prays that him and Cassia stays till the finale. Although that nothing has changed because they're still in the house, but yeah, you still have to like play your game individually, do what you have to do, not as a pair this time around. So it's kind of like it somehow. Well, I really felt for him. I really felt for Double K. Serious. I keep calling him Double K. I really felt for Kelly Ray seriously because since today you could see that he's been on and off, not really too sound, though I'm not really, because these are tax, I don't know, it's taking some time, some in the house, some tax, like I'm not really paying attention to that, they're Indomie tax, God help me. Okay, so that was him in the diary room, and after him was Nelly. I want to talk about Nelly too. Nelly is really feeling so bad. Nelly is feeling so bad. But before I start, please, people that drag Nelly and Onyeka and Nelly are cool because Nelly mentioned that she's always liked Onyeka since the one she came to the house. So, but I feel the whole thing that he talked about, um, Nelly's body, it's not really okay with her. So, and saying Shaun, telling her to go ask Suge. They said Suge started the whole thing. Well, according to Suge, I think it was in that week 1 that, maybe week 1 or week 2 that they talked about it. And at a time when there was a dare on Suge, to grab Nelly's. So it's like Shaun later asked her, how does it feel? Is it soft? Is this? He said yes. He doesn't think any work was done there. That is, cool. And I didn't know how the difference, the one way they do for work, man, please. Let me put it that way. They know how they do their. I always tell people, why would you go spend money on BBL? Why would you go spend money on BBL? There are so many Brazilian butt lift workouts. It's plenty. It's enough. Like if you call it a thing and start being so on it, like kickbacks, squats, there are plenty. Donkey jumps, jump squats, blah blah. By the time you get what you want, yes, it may not really be that big, but at least you get that lift small. So I wonder. So now the whole thing really got to her. It pained her so much. She said she doesn't want anything to do with Shaun because she feels Shaun is a person. Shaun is a person I can call a friend. So even if you guys discuss with Suge, it's a guy thing. Why would you go to discuss it with Wanni? It's not supposed to. And now that brings me to Shaun and Wanni. You guys, today it was something. I don't know the origin of this Gbasgbos. I don't know how the Gbasgbos started, but I think Shaun talks a lot for a guy, especially when argument is involved. Shaun always, he will not say he is sorry. At least try to be a gentleman. Try to like, I'm not saying make yourself the victim. I'm not saying make yourself the villain or put yourself at fault, but then learn to say you're sorry. So how did all this start? As at the time I tuned in, someone was in the kitchen. Then they were talking. And that was when Handy was telling Sean, you calm down, just calm down. They will talk about it later. You should calm down. They should talk about it later. Then I think Sean was there to take his food. Okay, then Wani and Handy had finished cooking. So Sean was there, just standing like today. I said, it's like this guy has followed scatter for this Wani because whoa, what are we not saying? So when Handy got oh see, you're just calling everybody, come and take your food, oh. So people came in, they were actually taking their food. Then next thing is they brought Sean's plate, they put for Sean. When they put for Sean, Sean said, yeah, Sean wanted to keep his own inside the locker or what, that he's not eating now. How is he was like, Abusi, one of them said, are you not eating now? I said, Sean stood there until they finished dishing out to everybody that came. That was when Sean pulled. Okay, Wani said she wanted to use the restroom, I'll be handy. Or Wani went somewhere, then Wani said she wanted to use the restroom. That was when Sean pulled her back that he wanted to talk to her. They started talking about something. I don't know, but they keep mentioning TJ in that thing. I think there was something happening, and Wani told Sean he's being weird. It's weird or something, and Sean took offense. Then, according to Wani, then Sean told him, "Get the F out of here," something. So Wani felt disrespected. The way Sean spoke to her was really very disrespectful, and she's not buying it. Like, the way Wani was talking to Sean today, I said, God, I thought you were this lover girl. Wani don't grow wings, oh. She has really grown wings. I was just watching her today in the kitchen. She would talk, she would eye him, she would, It did not end there. From the kitchen, they went to sit at is it the garden? That's not the garden. There is, I think, the garden or inside the lounge. That I think is at the garden or something. They were talking about it. Yeah. He good. Victoria and Cassia were at the other end. Some few persons were Suji, Nelly, and I think Tofat is about they were at the other end. They were still talking about this thing. Oh yeah, Sean. Oh no, Pastor. So, Sean was complaining. He has been telling Wani, watch the way you talk. This one said, what's wrong in telling somebody you acting weird? It's not a big deal. Even sometimes you could tell what Andy you acting weird. So why is Sean taking it? Sean said, you were talking to me. You were okay. When he said you were talking to me, you opening your eyes in front of people, in front of the public. Next thing Sean will say, look at the cameras. When he say, what's all this with the camera? I say, God. So before you guys look at the camera. So that was how they kept talking. When he was like, "You opening your eyes." Sean said, "What of you? You're always opening your eyes." When he said, "Yes, of course, that's how I am. I always open my eyes when I talk. Even when I'm talking, Jabela, she referred to her home. Even when she's talking with her sister, she always opened her eyes. That's the way she is." Oh, God, have mercy, you, God. What is all this? They kept talking about this. They kept stretching this. Camera shifted from them, brought them back. They kept stretching. They kept stretching. Next thing, one stood up. Hey. Sean was like, "Can you see? That's what I'm saying. See, I'm talking with you. See where you just stood up. Yeah, you're just hot." They kept dragging and dragging this. So later, Sean said, "Yeah, I wanted to talk. You didn't want me to talk. You said you didn't want to talk, but immediately I started talking. You didn't allow me to talk." Next thing, Wani kept quiet. Started eating her food. Someone said, "Are you not talking again?" Wani said, "No, I'm listening. Talk." "Are you not talking again?" "I'm listening, talk." How I stay talking. Before you know it, this is Big Brother. Move to the arena. So as we were going to the arena, Wani just followed her sister and the both of them. I said, God, Sean, you never see anything, but I was just looking at Sean there. To Sean, he can't even, because he knows that if he eventually falls out with Wani, it is not going to be easy for him because now he's not even like on the same page with Suge because of the whole Nelly drama. The OZ and OC, he called them out yesterday over OC holding one ear at the neck and calling OC out for OC and she's about to then for this Victoria Onyeka situation. So like he who are going to be his alliance, of course, is just this one here and Handio. So later when Big Brother called, the two sisters went and sat another place. You could see Sean, helpless Sean, he was just walking while he was seated where he was. His eyes were still going towards there. So I think Big Brother later they gave them after they had chosen their different what do we call it? Different groups. They had like three groups, like chicken, this one, that one. Is it chicken? I be crayfish team, this one. They were just kind of like um a board that was fixed, the way they match all those things until you get the actual image. So it was an image, Indomie stuff. So they were just, once you cut out a part, you tell them the group or the team where you belong. So that was how later I saw Shaun when he went inside. I didn't even know when they changed into the game's attire outfits. Okay, and she changed, wore her dark shades, laid on the bed and was crying. So I think Shaun came there and told her he wanted to speak to her. They had to go back to where they were seated before, still talking about it. When he was crying, still talking about it, that she's not a child. Shaun talks to her like a child. The way he spoke to her, they were just dragging this, and I was still expecting this young man to say, "Okay, I'm sorry." They were just dragging and dragging and dragging, talking and talking. At that point, nobody has said, "I'm sorry." Sean was still talking, trying to, like, just your word. Well, how come that one is a big deal? Sean was like, okay, so you feel bad that I told you this, but you don't know they were word. Oh, God. I think from there, Kayode moved to other people. I said, Kai, God. Of course, I know that Sean was actually looking for reconciliation, but being who he is, he doesn't really want it to come from him. Probably he wants Wanni to still come tell him, I'm sorry, and settle it. And of course, he doesn't have anybody he will run to apart from them now, because he has already, Suj is already looking at him with one kind eye. Nelly is not rolling with him again. Who else? So many persons. So I feel for a guy, Sean sometimes talks much. You just be talking. You can't just see us. Ah, God. In fact, people were just calling him all sorts of names. That was how they continue. Well, I don't know if they have actually made up. I'll check back if they are done with the tax. Let me know exactly what's happening in the house. But for now, this is it. Please remember Kelly Ray in your prayers so that he will get well soon and continue in his game. And who else is not feeling fast? I think it was still the same Shaun that complained he's not feeling too well. But Big Brother, I know, must have taken care of them, because yeah, so that is that for that happened in the house today. I'm going to bring you guys on Yinka no gist. Hey, it's like this ship has started shipping. Okay, I'll definitely see you people in my next video. Bye.